Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as the Norm, where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years on minimum wage. And in this video I want to explain to you why it is that the gap between the rich and the poor keeps on getting bigger. There's one reason for this and one reason only. It's because the rich own stuff that keeps growing in value and the poor don't. This is going to be a short video, Will. I mean, the poor own stuff as well, of course, but it's a different kind of stuff to the stuff that the wealthy own. You go in a poor person's house and it's full of stuff. It's stuff that's reducing in value. However, the rich have stuff that grows in value each year. The wealthy own things like stocks and properties which keep growing in value, whilst the poor people, well, they just own a lot of tat, really, a lot of sentimental tat quite often, which reduces in value each year. So if you have somebody who owns stuff that grows in value and you have another person who has stuff that reduces in value all the time, then the gap between the two is going to grow over time. It's just natural. And buying worthless stuff isn't really restricted to the poor. It's just the non-wealthy, the middle classes even. You can buy stuff that makes you look wealthy. We've covered this many times before, you know, nice cars and nice clothes. But it's only part of the illusion. And you're expecting the rest of us to collude in this illusion to think you're wealthy when you're not. And then the real wealthy are buying stuff that's growing in value each year, whilst yours is diminishing. That illusion of wealth is everywhere. You see it in, well, money. Money's just plastic paper. Credit cards, plastic again. But as long as we believe they're worth something, then the whole illusion works for us. To exist outside the illusion, you need to own real stuff. Things like property and stocks and shares. You know, you can go around and touch the building. Even stocks and shares, they represent buildings and net worth and land and such things. It's real stuff. Wealthy people own real stuff. Poor people just partake in the illusion. Now, of all the real stuff you can own, property is quite special, more special than stocks and shares. And that's because, to me, growth in property represents the only free money in the world. Now, you can get growth in your stocks and shares, but somebody's had to work for it. Somebody's had to physically go and graft. Somebody's had to grow the company, buy other companies to make the value of the shares grow. Not so with property growth. When the value of a property goes up, nobody's had to work for it. It's literally free money. It's created money and value out of thin air. So if one of my properties, let's say it's worth £100,000, goes up by 10% in value a year, I've made £10,000. Where did it come from? Nobody had to work for it. I certainly didn't have to work for it. Even the tenant didn't have to work for it. The tenant just pays the rent. It doesn't add to the value of the property. That 10%, that £10,000, just appeared out of nowhere. And of course, as that 10% growth in value just adds to the gap between the wealthy and the poor. There's nothing you can do about it. You don't even know how to stop it. It just happens that way. And that's how the gap keeps getting wider every year, because the wealthy own stuff that grows in value and the poor don't. So I guess you have a decision to make. Do you want to be poor or do you want to be wealthy? If you want to be wealthy, then you have to go out and grab those assets that grow in value, your property and your stocks and shares. Don't be stupid. Don't be normal, guys.